Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, coming to you today with the next session in the Alpha Wolf not personal, sales marketing and sales branding marketing and business strategy sessions. So basically, continuing on from the last couple of sessions, we're going to do a heavy look at just sales funnels and sort of I'm going to break down three of my sales funnels, and we're moving from the stage of sort of structuring and getting the structure of the sales funnel down pat. So the journey we want people to take to now we're moving on to the clarification stage. So we're clarifying or structuring our information to clearly state what is the challenge or problem we're looking to overcome, what does the product or service do, and how does the product or service work. And so if we think about it like this, it's very similar to Simon Sinek's golden rule, which is why, what, how. So pretty much it's just the why, what, how structure and framework. So when we're talking about, for example, these three pillars to accelerating your business growth, like we're not talking about the why. Do you sort of get it? This is the what. What does it do? What do you get? What is in it for you? The how is how does it work? How does it operate for you? Do you sort of get it? How do we assist you? So we just understand in the sort of structuring, when we think about Simon Sinek's approach, his approach was the why of why do you do what you do? Why are you in business? But what we're thinking about with the why, what, how structure and framework to it is in pillar one, my new admins, software, and support. So, why is it important? What does it solve? How does it solve it? So, we're just bringing it to like we can think about it in terms of overarching how we communicate my why, my what, my how, or I can communicate within each segment or each pillar why, what, how. So it's just a way of communicating and framing it. So if we think about it like this, there's two ways that we can structure our why, what, and how. So we have problem. So why is the problem an issue? For example, why is, accelerating your business growth important? Because if you don't accelerate your business growth, you don't grow. Do you know what I mean? You miss out on money. You leave money on the table. You allow competitors, you allow others to take your position, whatever it may be. Or we can look at it through the frame of inspiration. So we can look at it as the frame of problem, trying to avoid a negative, or we can think of it in the frame of inspiration, trying to take advantage of an opportunity. So why is it important? Why do I need it? Do you sort of get it? So why is accelerating your business growth important? Like, because in a shorter period of time, we reach milestones and goals that we've set for ourselves. Does that sort of make sense? So, like, why do I need it? Well, if I don't have it, how do I accelerate my business's growth? Do you sort of get it? So it's just a way of framing our questions or our focus within questions to really understanding what we're trying to accomplish in each of the segments. So this is what I mean by we want to compartmentalize it to where, step one. we're getting the offer done, we're getting all the information or the content onto the website and sort of laying it all out there. And then stage two, we're doing the design, getting the color scheme, getting the fonts and things like that done up. And just realize like it's if it looks good to you, it's good. Like it's not that important. If someone doesn't buy because they don't like the font, like that's their own fucking judgments. Do you sort of get it? Like we want to be communicating our authenticness through our sales funnel or website. We don't just want to be cookie cuttering what everyone else does, and this is a professional website. Do you sort of get it? We don't want to be acting like that. Like having stock images makes your website better. Having pre-posed photos where I'm going to a photo studio and posing in a photo studio, like that's a more authentic photo than if I just go outside and take a photo. Like, fuck off. Like, you're full of fucking shit cunts. Like, do you sort of get it? So, like, if someone wants to think that generic and these ideas of professionalism are superseded of authenticity, like whatever. Like me personally, I'm happy to lose you. Like you're not the right person for me because I would want to punch you in the face if I was around you. Do you sort of get it? So just realize like we don't want to be doing this over sanitization of who we are and losing our authenticity and our uniqueness and our personality and our individualism. So we want our funnels and our websites to hold our individual sort of presence. And like for example, if someone doesn't like that this photo in the back isn't, the perfect sizing to what it should be, like I don't care. Do you sort of get it? Because it's like if you're judging me based on this photo and not based on what I do for people, like evidently your priorities are pretty freaking skewed. Do you sort of get it? Like you're judging a book by its cover rather than reading the information within the book. Do you sort of get it? So it's like first impressions matter, but you can't tell me that you going out and getting a professional photo shoot done where you've got just a white background is better than this. You can't tell me that your fake pose and fake smile is better than this. Like, you can act like it is, but it's not. Like, you can pretend like it is, but it's not. Because this conveys energy. This conveys, like, so much more. Like, we'll analyze it if you want, but, like, we can see the facial expression. We can see the engagement that this is not a static photo. It's a photo that draws you in because it's a moment in time. Like, don't act like you going to a photographer and getting fucking headshots done is better than this. Like you can try, but you're not able to capture and project energy like I am able to. Do you sort of get it? Like it's why it's such an alluring photo is because there is a certain energetic transfer because it is not a static photo, it is a photo taken in a moment of time. It's capturing an event. Do you sort of get it? So like just realize like for all the pretenders in the world, like you can pretend like your fake photos mean something, but they don't. Do you sort of get it? It's just the illusion that everyone's agreed to. So just realize, like, don't be afraid to lose sales because people don't align with you. Because even if you get those sales, like, you're going to lose that customer eventually because eventually you're not going to align with them. Do you sort of get it? So, like, everything about the funnel, everything about the website, everything about the marketing, everything, like, the point isn't to convert people. The point is to qualify people out, people who don't like you. Do you sort of get it? So just realize that when we're talking about design and layout and things like that and copy, it's not about trying to make money. Amateurs try to make money. Do you sort of get it? Masters and experts like try to make an impact. Like, for example, I'm not trying to convince you that I'm the best at business services. I am the best. Do you sort of get it? Because unlike you, I don't need to copy and imitate everyone around me to be good. Do you sort of get it? I can do whatever I want and I'm good because the quality, because the performance. Do you sort of get it? Like, it's very important to understand this because not many people understand this. But when we're talking about the design and things like that, like, just realize, like, it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? If you like it, if you think it's a good representation of you, that's great. Everyone who else who doesn't like it, it shows that they're not aligned to you. So it's like, do you want to be in business to service people who don't like you as a person? Have you ever done that before? Have you ever had jobs where you had to please customers that weren't the right fit, that didn't like you, that held issues with it, caused issues, all of that? So just realize, like, it's not about trying to impress other people or trying to, you know, like convince other people. Like, if you need to convince someone to purchase from you, evidently you're an amateur. If you can't convey value in your communication. So we just realized that what we're trying to accomplish when we talk about design and layout is something that represents you. So, like, I like these colors. I like this format style. Do you sort of get it? If you think that there's too much information on this funnel, like, evidently you're going to think that a conversation with me is too intense. Do you sort of get it? Like, it's nothing bad, but it just means if you can't handle the level of communication and amount to which I communicate, like, you're never going to be able to handle a conversation with me. So it's like, if we think about like AI, or we think about experts, or we think about like the status quo, well, the status quo is about having the most basic and sort of like tapered down version where we're only putting up 10% of it and then we're utilizing, because, like, for example, the reason for that is in sales. Well, many people have a belief that you can't influence people via text, and that's not true. It's actually an illusion. And the idea is that you don't influence people via text. You can only influence people via spoken word and via like visual. But it's not true. It's because most people, how they talk very boringly. They don't enunciate things in the context, like they don't spell it out for you. And I'm like everyone else in this. And it's funny because if you think about it, like before there was TV, there was audio books and there was like live readings on the sort of radio and things like that. And it's like there was books. So before there was movies, people all read books and their imagination went wild. So the power of the written language is to the same or more powerful than the spoken language, than the visual language, the visual cues. So it's very important when we start to understand this that like it's to the level to which we create and structure sort of what we're talking about. And I'm very bad at this myself, to where I'm very direct. So it's just in understanding that it's not about what is said so much that it is about what is unsaid, what is implied, that creates the sort of the draw to where the imagination can take over. So it's in understanding that. So if you ever want to get really good at written copy, books, study books, especially like fictional books or non-fiction, no, fictional books, and sort of like storybooks, books where people sort of like a fictional story or something like that, where, like, for example, like, like a drama series, or like, let's say, a science fiction drama series, or, an action drama series, where they really have to paint out. And this is a really good one if you ever get into Lord of the Rings. J.R.R. Tolkien, I'm pretty sure that's his name, was really, really good at this in terms of being able to write in a very sort of like expanded way. Like he would paint the scenery of what's happening, then he would paint the different expressions that the characters were having, and then the different thoughts and the different sort of ideas that they were going through, and all of this, and the different sort of experiences they were having. So it's very important to sort of start to understand to that level when we can start talking through experience and sharing and conveying the experience and conveying how we felt within the experience. And, this is when we get into this stage and then the next stage. So, like, we've got our content stage where we get our content and offer sort of done up and get everything onto the page. Then we have our design where we do our fonts and we do, the color scheme and things like that. And then we have our structuring where we structure how the buyer is going to go through sort of the journey of the information on the page. And then when we get into the next stage, the clarification, this is where we do the why, how, or the why, what, how formula, so to speak. So similar to Simon Sinek's one, but it's just more about in everything. Why is it important? What does it do? How does it work? And that's just the process or structure we use to explain everything. So I still got to go through and do a lot of this. But, like, for example, pillar 3, guiding you through sessions. Okay, so why is it important? So I don't really have anything about why it's important. I have about how it happens, like how it operates. I have a little bit about like what it is, but not much. Do you sort of get it? So it's about expanding it out so that it's just this sequence journey that every time I present information, I tell you why it's important. I tell you what it does. I tell you how it works. Do you sort of get it? And we just structure like that. And sort of, it can be hard. So, a few things, or how I go about this in terms of how I structure this for myself is We can either look at the negative, so a problem. So why is this important? What problem does it solve? Sort of a thing. Like why do we need to solve this problem? Do you sort of get it? So like for example, if I'm looking at this guiding you through specialized one-on-one and group sessions, like why is it important? So that you don't miss out any information. So I'm able to give you the information so that you don't sort of overlook what is important, so that you don't make a mistake in terms of, missing crucial data that is, important to you getting the true value out of this program. Do you know what I mean? Or I can have the inspiration, like, why is it important? So I can share with you the things that really made me, or I can share with you my greatest revelations. I can share with you the information that really connected the dots for me. So I'm able to help you connect the dots. Do you know what I mean? And we can look at like the what as being a problem. So what do these sessions do? So we can look at the problem. They, why is it important? So when we're thinking about the what in terms of problems, why is it important to overcome and make sure that the why's problem, okay? And it's very important to understand this because like we're always going to be talking through why, what, and how. So in my why, I can talk about how it happens or how problems arise to justify why it's important. Do you sort of get it? In my what, I can talk about like how does this work? How does this solve X problem? Do you sort of get it? So like don't get mistaken that when we're doing the what, that we always have to have what in there, because a lot of how we communicate is, if I'm trying to communicate directly to you, I'm going to be talking about the why, the experience. So why is usually typically an experience. Like why is something important? Because of an experiential, like an experience that I've had with it. Do you sort of get it? Like what about it is important? That's descriptive. So I would be describing to you what is important about it. When I'm talking why, I'm talking from personal experience. When I'm talking about how, that's like, so to speak, like either an adjective or a verb or something like that. But basically, the how is I'm conveying to you how to replicate it. Do you sort of get it? So, like, if I'm saying to you how it works, I'm speaking in a descriptive context that is in an action or an orientation of action. So I'm not describing to you what it is, but I'm describing to you how each action happens, so to speak. I'm not an English professor, so I don't really care if I'm right or wrong on that. Do you sort of get it? Like, it's not important to me. All that sort of stuff just does not float my boat in the slightest. But if we think about those simplistic ideas, why? The experience, okay? My experience, your experience, the what, the descriptive. Do you sort of get it? I'm describing to you why my experience is important, or why your experience is important, or what it does. Do you sort of get it? The how is the replicatableness. How does something operate? How does something work? So if we think about that process, Like, why would one-on-one sessions and group sessions be important? Well, one-on-one and group sessions are important because I'm able to transfer a lot more information across to you. You're able to ask questions. Do you sort of get it? So, like, what is important about it, or what is sort of valuable about one on one and group sessions? Do you sort of get it? Like, you get to ask questions, you know, you get like specialized, like, or guided approach to information where it's not just you going through, it's someone sort of leading you through it. You're able to learn at a higher rate. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, instead of having schooling, we would all just go out into a field and sit down with a book and learn everything we need to learn. Do you sort of get it? Like, there's a reason for schooling because it's sort of like that approach of being led. Because if you just open up, like, let's say, like let's say you open up a quantum physics or a quantum mechanics textbook, it's all gibberish. You have to have someone to take you through it and sort of explain it and share it with, or share the meaning of it with you. The why. Do you sort of get it? The why is the meaning. The what is the description. The how is like the action, so to speak. So, like, how do I do multiplications? Like, I could explain how to do a multiplication. 2 times 2 equals, but it's usually the how is the action or the formula for how you take that action. I can explain to you the what of riding a bike. So you jump on a bike and you push the pedals and you move forward. But how do you ride a bike? Well, you jump on and you start pedaling, but you have to also keep balance. You have to get speed up. Do you sort of get it? So it's slightly different, the what and the how. So if we think about it in simplistic terms, the why is the meaning or the experience. Well, experience is meaning. That's how we discern meaning in life. The what is the description of it. So it's the way in which we're able to transfer sort of and elaborate on the meaning and sort of make the meaning tangible. And then the how is the action. So how do we do it? How do we redo it? So if we think about this, guiding you through reprogramming your mind sessions or your mind and emotional state management practices, like, that's a bit of the what and a bit of the how. But these are all hows. These are the practices. Do you sort of get it? So it's like, what why and what would we need to put in there to sort of make it a bit more clearer? So what is the meaning we can put in there to sort of why reprogramming your mind is important and why emotional state management is important. Do you know what I mean? So we got a bit of the what, the learn how to reshape your mind with these exclusive Alpha Wolf. No, these Alpha Wolf exclusive reprogramming your mind practices. So it's a lot about this is the how, but we don't have the what or the why. So what about these practices? Or what about it is exclusive reprogramming your mind practices? Well, these are the practices. This is how to do it. So, yeah, it's one of those things where the what and the how is so interchangeable that we could say, like, what is reprogramming your mind? Well, this is the what. Do you know what I mean? But it's also the how. Do you know what I mean? This is state management. It's the what and the how. So if we like to think about it a lot more simplistic without having to sort of overdo the interpretation of it, it's like, what does it do? What can it do? Do you know what I mean? Why is it important? Why is it needed? So we would structure this to have either in each of the elements, right? We would have the why and all of that, but we would just do it for this section. So pillar two, we would put the why. Why is it important? Or why do I need it? And then what it does or what can it do? Do you know what I mean? Sort of why is it important for me to solve this problem? What is the problem that I'm trying to solve? Do you sort of get it? Sorry, I'm a bit knackered. But it's sort of like that idea that like we're trying to structure it just to the same. We've got pillar one, pillar two, pillar three. They show the process of to reprogram your mind. I guide you through total mindset shift and a total and this is a funny thing if you ever want to realize I don't read while I write, while I speak. So when I have to speak and read, I have to do one or the other. So you'll notice a lot of times people will try to say that I read about everything that I speak about. I'm usually just speaking because it allows me to, like, I just flow. Do you sort of get it? Like, I don't have to, like, write out something and then rehearse it and read it. Like, I just speak because I just know everything. Do you know what I mean? So it's a very important thing to realize when you notice that, like, people who need to have, like, reset things to sort of read generally don't have the memory or the knowledge up here. But basically, these sessions are pillar one to reprogramming your mind is about giving you the information, right, and guiding you through a total mindset shift and elevation. So, teaching you about very important topics and information so that you're able to alter and change the way in which you think. Do you sort of get it? So, like, my top six life changing or life changing mindset shifts, my thesis on self validation, realizing that self validation was the beginning of or the foundation of all personal development. No personal development happens without self validation. Anyone that thinks that personal development happens without self validation, full of shit. Trust me. I spent decades figuring that out. Do you sort of get it? Because I believed everyone else and did it the fucking backwards way. How I build self belief within myself. Like understanding self belief and how it's the fuel for the fire. Like most people find motivation to do things like as being difficult. Like they have to go out there and artificially motivate themselves to do things. So you think about like take Tony Robbins for example. Like he doesn't do motivation, he does hype. Like whatever, if you want to argue, you want to argue, but I've seen his shit, he just does fucking hype. And his wealth creation strategy is just index funds. He doesn't teach you how to truly create wealth. Do you sort of get it? Not throwing shade on him, doing the best he can with what he's got, but or what I had to figure out external to what anyone else on the marketplace knew. Like, yeah, it's sort of like I had to go out there and do tens of thousands of hours of study to try and figure out all the shit that they had missed. Do you sort of get it? Because their shit isn't complete, even if they want to pretend like it is. But basically, when we understand how we build self-belief and things like that, like, what is a belief? Most people will say a belief is something you believe. A belief is a thought on repeat. If I think blue, 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 and I keep saying blue, I will believe blue. Do you sort of get it? An individual thought or a thought pattern, so like a language pattern, a narrative, right? On repeat, again and again and again, firing. So I am worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy. And we do it in enough repetition, it becomes like a belief. It becomes stronger than just it. And if you want to understand this, it's just advanced synaptic pathway development. So like people misunderstand all the time and don't understand what like the mind does as it learns, what the mind does as you rewire it. And it's just synaptic pathway development. If I pick up this pen again and again and again, every time I pick up the pen, I am firing a synaptic pathway. So a specific synaptic pathway is telling my mind to hold the pen and then to move up and down and up and down. These are just synaptic pathways firing in the mind. So when we understand belief, belief is just the strengthening of a very specific synaptic pathway. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important when we start to understand like this sort of stuff. I can just talk for years on, but basically when we're understanding like what are we providing in like our, so to speak, sales funnel. So like this program here is my, oh, we got the wrong one on there, but it's my reprogramming your mind course. And program, 12-month program, 10 grand for the 12-month program or $1,000 a month. So like that's why people are full of shit that tell you that you don't, that you need to have it simplified, because like it is this understanding that allows someone to see and understand and touch and feel the value of what is being presented. Do you sort of get it? Even though most people, the 99%, will see this and they will just be overwhelmed because there's two paragraphs on each, or four sentences for each for each bit of thing. Like apparently that's too much information because people are just that busy. People have that little of a like attention span these days that four sentences is too much for them to handle. Do you know what I mean? That a 30-minute video is too much for them to handle. So just realize, don't buy into that bullshit. Like, depending on your price point, for example, this is a $297 a month program. Very little information in there. Do you sort of get it? This is another $10,000 a year program. A lot of information in it. Do you sort of get it? And it's not much information at all. Like if I go to my $400,000 program, like there's a lot of information in that, and that doesn't even have much information in it. So just realize like what we're trying to do is create a sort of like an experience for the buyer. So we want to understand the difference in how we present it. So, like, for example, that is the what. Oh, this is the what. not the how. So what's in it? So if we wanted to think about that, if we're thinking about it simplistically for each of the segments of your funnel or of your offer, okay, the why is the meaning behind it. Why is it important? Why do we need it in there? Like, why am I showing you this? Why am I talking to you about this? The what is the descriptive text? Or what's in it? And you could argue, like, you know, there's why in here as well. So it's not to say that the what is just a descriptive. Do you know what I mean? A deep understanding of my learning and development, practices. Part of the course has my advanced learning and development course. I've used this to personally achieve many victories through within my pursuit of self-mastery. Like this understanding on advanced learning and developing has helped me to learn multiple different practices. Do you sort of get it? So, multiple different areas of expertise from advanced psychology, sociology, behavioral psychology, consumer behavioral psychology, economics, finance, accounting. Do you sort of get it? Sales, personal development, professional development, team development, business development. Do you sort of get it? Like I can keep listing them. So we just understand like the meaning. I've used this to personally achieve many victories within my pursuit of self mastery, a deep understanding of my high level sales and communications practices. Like I've used them to generate millions of dollars for other people. Like I'm known as $1 million agent. Do you sort of get it? Around 3 months is what it takes me to build a multi-million-dollar portfolio of clients. But there's a clause to that, and that is reputation. So the difference you'll have as an entrepreneur compared to um, an employee of a business is when we're working within a business, we're working in within a pre-established sort of reputation. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important to realize that when you're starting out as an entrepreneur, you are first of all having to build up the foundational reputation that you need. So, two ways you can do it. Oh, Jesus. Two ways you can do it is the first way is going out there and doing shit for free. Like everyone does that. Nothing wrong with that. I have clients that I work with for free to build my reputation. The downside is just free clients that aren't willing to spend money on marketing. Like it's the exact same uphill battle that you're in trying to get clients for yourself. So, do you know what I mean? So, like, an easy way to think about it was if you were going into, and I'm never going to do this, but if you were going into like consulting like I'm in, then what you would do is you would go for pre-established businesses that already have market reputation because that's going to be easier. So you would avoid going for new startups or anything like that because they still require a reputation to be built. And if the business owners or the entrepreneurs behind those businesses are unwilling to invest in marketing and unwilling to invest in building their brand through, social content and social media and things like that, it's going to be a much harder uphill battle. Do you know what I mean? So like, but that's only if you require external validation. Do you sort of get it? So like the old business model was you had to do things for other people and get social proof and all of that. And it's all just fucking bullshit. Do you know what I mean? People buy their reviews, they buy testimonials, they buy this, they buy that. Like, do you sort of get it? Like, you can have products that have sold on Amazon that have 50 sales and 350 five-star reviews. How'd they get all those five-star reviews when they've only sold 50 products? Do you sort of get it? Like Facebook, or not Facebook, McDonald's, like they don't have customers sitting there going, McDonald's is amazing. They have actors, paid actors going there and making the illusion that, you know, people are eating there. Do you sort of get it? So don't fall for the illusion that you need social proof. Social proof is the illusion of it, because should I write something? Should someone else write something for me? Who knows what's real? Do you sort of get it? The perception of it being real is the illusion. So should someone say write something nice for me and put up nice reviews, and I have 100,000 nice reviews, who knows if they're real or not? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Like, is someone going through and fact checking and finding out all these people are real and then going and talking to each individual one? Like, probably not. So just realize that, like, the whole idea of social proof is a bit of an illusion. Do you sort of get it? Because, like, for example, I could make up XYZ company, XYZ entrepreneur, and put them up as testimonials and projects that I'm working on. Do you sort of get it? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can happen in terms of like, you wouldn't do that because if I'm saying I'm working with XYZ company and then someone looks up XYZ company and it's not an existing company, it sort of comes back to bite you in the ass. So we just realize like certain things we want to avoid doing, and one of them is in terms of like we don't want to be sort of creating the illusion of real testimonials out of fake testimonials. But it's just that we don't also need testimonials. Do you sort of get it? That's the illusion. So, like, if we're going down the different path of not needing the testimonials, then my word becomes the most important aspect. Do you sort of get it? Like, we create our marketing and our branding to reflect this, to where my marketing and my branding is all about, come on, son, is all about my word. Do you sort of get it? If it fucking loads. Oh my God. Fuck off. I'm talking to myself. Do you sort of get it? But no. So it's really important that we realize that, like, we don't have to fall into that trap of testimonials and social proof and all this bullshit, because we know it's an illusion. Because they use paid actors, they use, paid positions on certain shows, sponsorships on podcasts, all of this. Like, do you know what I mean? So we just realize that, like, my branding is what does it. So I'm not going through and I'm not talking about, like, you know, how much I need other people's validation. Like, I'm utilizing specific branding strategies to reverse that. So like just like what I've explained to you now, like I don't use social proof. I don't like social proof. So like how do I make social proof irrelevant? I show you how people manipulate it. Do you sort of get it? And then I turn me not having social proof from being a net negative to a net positive. Because rather than me invest into artificially creating social proof like everyone else, I invest into building my brand around my word so that my word is the authority of the brand. Do you sort of get it? So I'm repositioning it from being in a position of weakness where I don't have, so to speak, testimonials from people. I have heaps of testimonials, but I don't like people speaking for me. But basically, to a position where I don't have, so to speak, social proof, to where now I have social proof because I am my social proof. Do you sort of get it? Because should you turn around and say, well, you need other people talking about you or their word so that we know who you are. And then I turn around and say, but who's speaking for you? Do you sort of get it? Like, you buy Coca-Cola. I've never heard testimonials from fans of Coca-Cola. Do you sort of get it? Like, you buy McDonald's. I've never heard testimonials from fans of McDonald's. Do you sort of get it? Like, if anything, I've heard the opposite. Do you sort of get it? How people like get fat. Like, I've heard of a lot of fat people that utilize McDonald's and eat at McDonald's all the time. I've heard of a lot of people that have bad teeth that drink Coke because of the amount of sugar. Like, do you sort of get it? Yet well, I don't still, but I would drink Coca-Cola. I would eat at McDonald's. Do you sort of get it? Like I personally don't because I'm not paying fucking a large amount of money for fucking bullshit products and services. Do you sort of get it? They stopped being market average and they started increasing their pricing. So I stopped buying because I studied economics. That's one of the downsides when you study finance and economics. Once things go above the median price or the market equilibrium price, you become a lot more less susceptible to purchasing them because you don't see the value in them. Very important to understand that because a lot of people they make their decisions based off the marketing, not based off the market details or the market information. So, like for example, I buy a house or I'm looking to buy a house. So I go out and I look for the house that I like rather than the house that is the best value. Do you sort of get it? So I say, I like this suburb. I don't look at the cost comparison between suburbs and the land quality and things like that. So maybe I buy a house and it actually floods quite a bit, but I didn't know that because I was only looking at the marketing of the property, how it looked on that day. Do you sort of get it? Rather than looking at historical flood charts or rather than, looking at building plans and things like that and drainage plans and blah, 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 blah. Do you sort of get it? So it's just understanding, like, for example, if you talk to a builder and you went out to buy a house and a builder was with you, like they're going to be looking at different things, not at the marketing because they're in the game. They understand how the game is played. Do you sort of get it? So, like, they understand what's important and what's going to be important in the future. Just like, for example, if you've got someone who's, had 5 houses, they're going to have more that they look for if they've been a repeat buyer because they've had more experiences than someone who's not a buyer. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important to understand this because when we start to understand this, we start to understand that it is how we position ourselves and the perception we create that determines how others perceive us. It's not how others perceive us determines how others perceive us. It's how we position ourselves. Do you sort of get it? So, like, if I'm the cool kid in school because everyone likes me, or if I'm the cool kid in school because I don't give a fuck about anyone else. Do you sort of get it? Like, not to say we should be antisocial, but it's to say that, like, there are many different ways to achieve the goal. Do you sort of get it? I can be attractive because I'm super friendly, or I can be attractive because I am highly distant, highly closed off. I'm disengaged from other people. So we just understand how the mind works. Different people will be attracted to different things. So, like, for example, I don't believe in social proof because everyone's full of shit. Do you sort of get it? Like, I have seldom met anyone who has upheld such a strict code of honor and like truth within their word as I do. So I don't like people talking for me because I know, oh, how easy it is for them to talk shit to try and, you know, put you a bit lower than where they are. Do you sort of get it? I don't trust other people's word. I never have and I never will because I've learned throughout my life people are full of shit. They'll tell you one thing when they're in front of you, and as soon as you're out of their sight, they'll act a completely different way. That's just how people are. Do you sort of get it? So it's like with your business, with your brand, are you going to leave it up to the chance of other people to determine it? Or are you going to take control and determine it? Me, I'm going to take control and determine it. Like all of my testimonials will be written by me in the word in my words, but spoken by my like clients. Do you sort of get it? It's not for now, it's forever. Like no one's speaking on my behalf because no one fucking understands me. Do you sort of get it? Like it's like imagine this if women only dated men because of what other people said about them. Guess what? I've experienced this throughout my entire life. Do you sort of get it? Where what other people said about me trumped what I said about me. Yeah, it's a funny thing because, like, the funniest part about it is that everyone thinks that they're right up until the point that, like, me moving in a certain direction doesn't change. And it doesn't change because people say shit about me. Like, I'm just going to keep moving in the direction I'm moving in. And do you sort of get it? So, like, for a certain period of time, people can talk shit about me. But at a certain point in time, like, where they've been talking about me heading, I'm nowhere near because they're full of shit. Do you sort of get it? So it's like, it's really important for us to realize this that, like, social proof is only leveraged in the short term. It's a short term thing. It's not long term because long term, it's the consistency in your actions every day. That's what's funny because everyone's like, for example, me being new on the marketplace, even though I've been on the marketplace for 2 years, it's just people haven't paid attention. It's like people act like I'm inconsistent. And it's like, no, man, I just haven't been trying to play the game and play the system So my reach and exposure has been limited by the algorithm's artificial bullshit around what they like. But like for example, you can go back 2, maybe 3 years, probably 2.5 years, and there will be 10 posts from me every day. Like rarely do I miss it. Do you sort of get it? Like every day. Like we're not even 2 days away. Do you sort of get it? So it's like there's social proof all you need. You can see exactly who I am and what I've been doing. Do you sort of get it? Like, but people don't believe this. They think this is the illusion and they think what other people say is reality. That's the funny thing. So just realize when we're doing our branding and our marketing and all of that, fuck the algorithm, fuck the bullshit about what people think, like fuck trying to appease people. What you want to do is you want to create an undeniable just wall of content that shows people every day, this is who I am, every day, without hesitation. Like I can just keep scrolling. Do you sort of get it? So it's like, it's very important because if I was to look at other people, like I'm right now, I'm 25th of August, so about 6 days. I'm 6 days in with all of that. If I was on any other business's page, I would be at over probably a month or two. Do you sort of get it? Like every day, again and again and again, repetition, just consistency, consistent action, again and again and again. So, like, while people may assume or like to think that, like, their opinion of me trumps or validates my opinion of me. It's like, no, man, you haven't even seen 10% of what I've done. Do you sort of get it? So we just start to understand, like, in the short term, yeah, people think that others' validation of them is what creates social proof. But it's like in the long term, consistency of action always trumps what other people say. It'll always trump what other people think and do. Do you sort of get it? And like, unlike 99% of other people, have you noticed how nothing's been off brand? Everything has been on brand. It's me, me, and me. I am the brand. Me, me, and me. Do you sort of get it? And just offer, offer, offer. This is what I do. Value, offers, value, offers. Even my offers have value in them. Do you sort of get it? Even my hooks have value in them. So we just realize, like, we're not like doing, so to speak, a descriptive sales post like this. Like, we're not only ever doing like a picture of a product and say, buy my product. Like, we add some value into it. We create within the product or how we describe the product or service value. Do you sort of get it? And we just see we're now 11 days. Do you sort of get it? Like, you could scroll for an hour and you'd maybe be a month or two back. Do you sort of get it? It's very important to understand this because too many people look at follow accounts, look at engagement, and they act like that is the results that you're after. What you're after is this, the unrelenting wall of effort, of action, activity. Do you sort of get it? That's what puts the weight behind my words. That's what makes it believable when I say I'm the best, is because, my man, we are 14 days in, 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago. That's how far we've gotten. Like, if I scroll your social media account, is it this on point across all mediums? Do you sort of get it? Like, are you this consistent? Are you this focused? Are you this on brand again and again and again? Do you sort of get it? So, like, we just really got to start understanding, like, if you want to be a pretender like all of them and act like sort of like doing one or two posts a week is like putting in a good effort, like just realize like you'll just look like you've done nothing in comparison to me. Do you sort of get it? Even if the results aren't there just yet, this is the long game. Do you sort of get it? So, like, we just start to understand that in the long game of branding and marketing, we are creating a narrative to where we want just consistent plethora of action and activities that has been happening again and again and again to show the consistency of who we are and our word. So, like, if you're a plumbing business, if you're a, so to speak, like if you're a plumbing business, if you're a builder, if you're this and that, like, how much work could you do a day in terms of promoting what your business does and how it works, or like what you offer, what you do, and are you able to build a brand? And now imagine if you had 5 team members and all of their accounts looked like this: on brand, on point, consistent. What would that say about your brand? What would that say about you when someone can come and have a look and they can find out exactly who you are? So don't fall for the trap that engagement is important. If you're trying to make friends, engagement's important. If you're trying to succeed at business, work ethic, your grind, so to speak. And like, this isn't difficult for me. Like, it's a photo and then it's a couple of sentences explaining something. Like, it's not difficult. Like, most people think it's difficult to talk. It's not difficult to talk. Like, that's the thing. It's just most people, all they focus on is irrelevant things. They focus on just sort of being average. Do you sort of get it? All right. Well, that's going to finish off this one for today. But I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.